no babies today. And apparently it was a false alarm because she is up eating with everyone else. Could have just had a bellyache. Good morning. It is, I think today's Wednesday, and still no babies, but we're still a couple days early. So hopefully within the next day or two, they'll start lambing again. They aren't technically due until the 14th. So, and I give myself about 3 days either direction. So hopefully they will start lambing around the 14th. But I think we're gonna try and plumb the barn for the shearers that we bought, because we have a bunch of these girls that we need to crutch once they lamb. That way the lambs can get under them to the udder without having to go through miles and miles of wool. We had a little change of plans. He got called out to a meeting, so I'm gonna get some work done in the house. But first thing I'm gonna do today, that is something I've been wanting to do for quite a while, is get some sourdough starters. We love sourdough, and I want to be able to make it rather than just buy it all the time. So I am going to basically just take flour and water and hope for the best. So I got a starter culture, and I've had it for quite a while. I don't even remember where I got it. I don't remember. It's been a while. So I'm going to use that, and then it says to take a tablespoon of flour and a tablespoon of warm water and mix that together, and then just cover it for 24 hours, coffee filter and rubber band. So we're going to try that. So I put my starter in, and then I'm just using all-purpose flour, 1 tablespoon of that, 1 tablespoon warm water, okay, so I got that all stirred up. And then we just put a coffee filter on, and it says to use a rubber band, but we never seem to have any in the house, so I grabbed one of my daughter's hair ties because she has a million of them. Okay, and it says to keep in a warm place. I'll be honest, I'm not really sure what a warm place in my house is. We keep our house at about 63, 64. So I guess I'm just gonna put it on the counter, because that's the best we get in our house. So we'll let that sit for about 24 hours, and then we will go ahead and feed it tomorrow. The other thing I've been wanting to do, and since I have some time this morning, is to go through my seeds. Other YouTubers I watch and follow have been already diving in and going through what they want to plant, ordering stuff. So I'm apparently right where I should be, because I already ordered a bunch of seeds. I've already bought a bunch of seeds, and I'm kind of doing this backwards. I need to go through my seeds and find out what I still have from last year. And I mean, I know I didn't need to order tomatoes or peppers, or cucumbers, but I think I need everything else. So, oh, or onions. I still have some onions left. So I'm gonna go through these and see what I need, see what I still have, what I wanna plant, and hopefully I will kind of get an idea of what I wanna do for this year. Okay, so I have everything sort of separated out. These are all the herbs, and this is what I'm going to plant in the garden. I just ran out of room in the bag, and I couldn't find another bag. But I have my tomatoes and my peppers, which I had plenty of, and cantaloupe and watermelon and squash. We found out we don't really like squash all that much, so I cut back on some of the squash that I'm doing. But I do have beans and peas and carrots, turnips, beets, no, not beets, radishes. And so this is what I did. So I made a list. Everything here is what's going to go in my garden. This is everything that's going to go in my herb garden. And then I'm going to have an animal garden. This is what I'm going to feed the sheep and the chickens with, supplement them with throughout the year. So we've got pumpkins, radishes, beets, turnips. I'm not so sure about the beets. We have a bunch of sugar beets that we're going to try and underseed for one of our hay fields or pastures. So we'll see about that one. But then the sunflowers and the zucchini. They loved the zucchini I gave them last year, so I'm going to do a bunch for them. And same with the pumpkins. And then everything that has a check mark is what I already have. And what doesn't have a check mark is either what I have ordered or what I need to order. And actually, I think most of these I already have ordered. My herbs, I will just go ahead and probably buy those either as seeds or plants if I get that far. My issue is, where do I put all this stuff? I would very much like to have all my herbs kind of close to the house where I'm going to use them. So I'm thinking I've got this little hillside right here in front of the yard. So this section right here, I planted a bunch of tulips in there, but I'm thinking I probably will maybe get some bricks and sort of put a barrier here, and then that will be my herb garden since it is right out my front door. And then for we're gonna do a pumpkin patch out back because I would like to grow a ton of pumpkins. I know my sheep like them, my chickens like them, and so I want a bunch. So I think we're gonna take off maybe an acre of one of maybe the cornfield and plant that all in pumpkins. And then I've got a little spot kind of over by where our tree line is in the back, or in the back of the house here. And I'm wondering if that would be a good spot to put like a little animal garden. I can put my sunflowers in there. I can do the turnips. I can do just some of the little stuff that I'll have to think about it. I may need to build another garden. We bought that greenhouse, so that's gonna go up over the existing garden, but I may need him to make me another one. He won't mind, will he? And the closer we get to actually planting, I mean, I will start seeds in the house probably mid-March. I think our last frost date here is like the 17th, between the 17th and 20th of May. So March would be when I would start my indoor seeds. And the closer I get to that, the more I can kind of figure out where I want stuff, when I want to plant stuff. I'd like to be able to do like the cabbage and the broccoli, some of those colder things in the spring and the fall. I've never been able to make it work before, but I'm determined to do better this year. So I made this chart of our garden, and I'm gonna figure out how much I can plant in there and where it's all gonna go. This right here, that's my most favorite thing in the world to get. It's goodies for my sheep. Oh yeah, lots of goodies. Tags for my girl lambs, tags for my boy lambs, my RFID tags. Oh, and they did them right. Yay.
Hold it.
What?
They did them wrong.
No, they didn't.
What's that?
20, and then their number.
What was the 20 for?
2020.
Shouldn't they be 21?
One? No. This was for our 2020 lambs.
We said that. That's for the 2020 lamb.
This is for the 2020 lambs.
right.
So see, they did them right. And then I got a couple more tubers. And then I got this. I saw this on their website. And it is a tuber, but it like hangs on your like a panel or the stall or whatever. And you put the milk in and then you can tube it without having to actually hold it. So I thought we'd try it and see how it worked. So that is what the sourdough starter is looking like today. I'm not sure this is gonna make, but we're gonna keep going. And a 1/4 cup of flour, and now we're doing a 1/4 cup of water. This is not like any starter I have made before, so yeah, we're just gonna go with it. All right, put the pot back on and let it sit for another day. Well, we're getting closer. They're both hot. That's hot. It's just not plumbed into the, what do you call it? The 12 volt? 2? I don't know. It's what makes the shears work. So we're slowly gaining. And hopefully tomorrow there will be lambs. Because I'm ready. And tomorrow is due date. So we'll keep our fingers crossed and hope for the best. But we have meetings tonight, so we will see you tomorrow. Bye.